The courtroom buzzed. Anticipation hung in the air, thick and heavy. Marilyn Mosby, Baltimore's once-celebrated prosecutor, sat grim-faced, her fall from grace a spectacle playing out on the national stage. The charges, perjury, mortgage fraud, seemed ripped from a legal thriller, a stark contrast to the image of the crusading lawyer who had vowed to clean up the city. How did a rising star, a beacon of hope for many, end up on the wrong side of the law? The courtroom, a silent witness to countless dramas, held its breath, ready for the final act. Mosby's story had begun with such promise. Young, charismatic, and determined, she had pledged to fight for the marginalized, to hold the powerful accountable. Her election as Baltimore's top prosecutor had been met with cheers, a symbol of progress and change. She had taken on police brutality cases, challenged the status quo, and become a national figure in the fight for criminal justice reform. Her fall from grace was as swift as it was stunning, leaving a city grappling with betrayal and a profound sense of loss. News of Mosby's indictment spread like wildfire through Baltimore. Disbelief turned to anger, then to a deep sense of betrayal. This wasn't just a legal case, it was a personal blow to a city yearning for justice and reform. Many felt cheated, their hopes dashed against the rocks of alleged corruption. The scandal became a symbol of a system that seemed rigged against the very people it was supposed to serve. The case also ignited fierce debate about race and accountability in Baltimore. Some argued that Mosby, a black woman in a position of power, was being held to a different standard, targeted for her progressive policies and her willingness to challenge the establishment. Others countered that no one, regardless of race or position, was above the law, and that accountability was crucial, especially for those entrusted with upholding it. The city, already grappling with deep-seated divisions, found itself even more fractured. For many residents, the Mosby case felt like a betrayal of the values she had espoused. They had believed in her promise of a fairer justice system, a system that would hold everyone accountable, from the police on the streets to the officials in City Hall. Now, that belief was shattered, replaced by cynicism and a sense of resignation. The scandal cast a long shadow over the city, leaving many questioning whether real change was truly possible. The trial was a media frenzy. Cameras flashed, reporters scribbled furiously, and legal analysts dissected every twist and turn. Mosby maintained her innocence, her attorneys arguing that she was a victim of a politically motivated witch hunt. They painted a picture of a dedicated public servant, targeted for her efforts to reform a broken system. The prosecution presented a different narrative, one of entitlement and deceit. The jury's verdict, delivered after weeks of testimony and deliberation, was guilty. Mosby was convicted on 2 counts of perjury and 1 count of making a false statement on a loan application. The courtroom erupted in gasps and murmurs. The judge, his face etched with solemnity, sentenced her to 18 months in federal prison. The sentence sent shockwaves through the city, marking the end of an era and the beginning of a long and uncertain road ahead. The impact of Mosby's conviction on Baltimore's legal system was immediate and far-reaching. Cases she had prosecuted were re-examined, defense attorneys filed appeals, and the city's already strained criminal justice system faced even greater scrutiny. The scandal eroded public trust in the very institutions designed to uphold the law, leaving many questioning the fairness and integrity of the system as a whole. In the wake of the verdict, Baltimore grappled with the fallout. Some celebrated the outcome, seeing it as a victory for accountability and a sign that no one was above the law. Others lamented the fall of a leader who had dared to challenge the status quo, fearing that her conviction would have a chilling effect on future reformers. The city, still reeling from the scandal, struggled to chart a path forward. The Mosby case served as a stark reminder of the importance of integrity in public office. When those in positions of power abuse their authority or betray the public trust, the consequences are far-reaching and devastating. It erodes faith in government, fuels cynicism and apathy, and makes it harder to address the very problems that plague our communities. Beyond Baltimore, the case sparked a national conversation about prosecutorial misconduct, the use of federal charges against local officials, and the role of race and gender in the criminal justice system. The debate highlighted the need for greater transparency and accountability in law enforcement, as well as the importance of addressing systemic biases that continue to undermine trust in the legal system. The road ahead for Baltimore is long and arduous. Rebuilding trust in the city's legal system, and in its leadership, will require a sustained effort to address the underlying issues that led to this crisis. It will demand transparency, accountability, and a commitment to justice that extends beyond rhetoric to real, tangible change. The Mosby case is a cautionary tale, a reminder that power unchecked can corrupt, and that even those who come to office with the best of intentions can fall prey to temptation and deceit. But it is also a story of resilience, a testament to the enduring hope for a more just and equitable society. As Baltimore moves forward, it must learn from the mistakes of the past, hold its leaders accountable, and work tirelessly to create a system that truly serves all its citizens. The journey will be challenging, but the pursuit of justice is a worthy one, a beacon that guides us towards a brighter future.